Hi, welcome everybody to the Outsider Tarot. We're going to do a collective read today, and I'm inspired by my own personal stuff right now. I feel like this reading is I'm part of the collective, and I felt like this is a reading I wanted to do for myself, but I just felt like there's more of a collective energy thing going on here, and that I would do this reading for the benefit of us all. So this is a collective reading for anyone who is feeling blocked right now, maybe feeling frustrated in something they're trying to do or achieve or create. So this is for the collective who are feeling frustrated or blocked in some way, okay, in some area of your life. Okay, we're going to start with tarot. I'm using the Tarot of the Abyss today. Spirit, please, for us collective. Why are we blocked? What is causing this frustration? Please give us guidance for all of our highest goods. Spirit, tell us about this blocked, frustrated energy. Okay. We have the Three of Cups. I'll give you a better look at that. Three of Cups. We also have the High Priestess coming out. Tell me about this blocked, frustrated energy for the collective, please, Spirit. What is this blocked and frustrated energy? Okay. We have also got the Queen of Swords. Judgment came out in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, and sorry, that is totally not straight. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. And there it is. Eight of Cups. What's under that? Ace of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Page of Wands. All right. What is this about? We got the Queen of Swords centering the cards here in the middle. I love this Queen of Swords because her eyes are closed. She's really relying on her intellect, like her own truth. She's not looking to the outside to get the answers, or to, in this moment anyway, in this Queen of Swords, she's really looking within. We do have the Three of Cups here. You know what is coming to me with this is this Judgment in reverse. There's that blocked kind of energy. Some judgments. This blocked energy is about judgment. It's about caring what other people think, I think, is what's coming through here. We've got the High Priestess right beside the Queen of Swords. I think what will unblock with the energy, and we've got the Knight of Cups, like following our hearts. So this is what I'm getting so far. What is causing this frustration, this blocked energy, it's because we maybe are making decisions or presenting ourselves in some way that has more to do with what other people think, other people's expectations. Maybe needing to prove something with this Judgment card in reverse. Maybe some of us have some things from our past affecting how we're making decisions or behaving in some way. You know, maybe we have something to prove in a situation that is actually serving as a block in our energy. Because if that's, you know, if we feel like, who are we proving something to? It feels like we need to, some of this is about proving something to other people, not just ourselves. But the solution here feels like it's this. It's letting our own values, our own integrity, our own desires completely define whatever this endeavor or whatever this is for you, where you're feeling frustrated and blocked. This has to be about you, and has to be about you and intuitively what you know is right for you. Me too, apparently. Got the 8 of Cups on the bottom with the Ace of Pentacles, like the walking away towards growth. Walking away from what? Walking away from, I think this is probably more about internal judgment than it is external, but it's like somehow what you are perceiving as judgments or what you're worried about other people thinking, this is actually a mirror. This is about your own judgments on yourself, probably more than anything. Or maybe, yeah, maybe you've bought into some judgment along the way. Yeah, I think it's about shedding that. Okay, let's get some oracle out. What is this message here? What is this frustrated energy? What is this block? Let's clarify these messages, Spirit, for us, for the collective here. Okay. Well, this is good. We've got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, and then a new moon in Taurus. And then prosperity lies ahead. Both animals with horns here. And I get like a battle kind of energy with this, but we've got a full moon and then a new moon, right? So something has to come to completion here. Let's get the rest of the oracle out. What is this frustrated energy about? What is this block, Spirit? Yeah, fulfillment. I think that's what we're going after here, right? That's just what we want. What is this? Please clarify. I get 2 of each from these oracle decks that I have out. Okay, fine. 3. Oh no, that's too many. Sorry. Give me more than that. All right, Spirit. What is this frustrated energy? Tell me more about this block. What is this about? Okay, the moon. Yeah, you know, like there's some subconscious stuff involved here, I think. Some limiting beliefs, some subconscious, or maybe it's just some patterns of thinking that are probably wired, you know? probably wired. Let's get the last two oracle out here. What is this, please, Spirit? What is this frustrated energy? What is this block? We've got faith. Belief is important here. I don't know where I'm going to fit the last one in, but I'm going to get another one here. What is this, please? Spirit, what is this? Clarify this, please. Yeah, there's, okay, so an abundance. So this is coming, and this kind of does have to do with what's going on for me personally too. So for a lot of us here, we're trying to create more abundance and fulfillment in our life, whether that be monetarily or just whatever, like a richer, fuller life. And I think what's holding us back is some limiting beliefs about what's possible for us. I'm going to clarify this faith message and the moon, actually. I'm going to clarify the moon first. So this feels like, yeah, the block is about maybe, I was going to say being out of alignment. That's not quite it. It's what I was saying before about something from our past has created some kind of limiting belief that is blocking us. And we have to believe. The shift comes when we start really believing that it's possible and start shedding these judgments or beliefs that have been imposed on us from other people, from the outside world. It's the external is affecting how we feel about ourselves, how much we think that we can have, like how full of a life we think we can have. Or maybe for you it's something more specific, but it has something to do with fulfillment and abundance, and we have some kind of subconscious or limiting belief blocking us around this. And it has something to do with other people, needing to prove something to other people, or just, yeah, because you know what, if we are so sure of ourselves and we know we're doing the right thing for ourselves, and we can get to a place where we're just steadfast in that, and then on top of that we can find the belief in ourselves, that's when we really become unstoppable, like where outside voices and opinions don't matter as much. And honestly, this is really troublesome in the world of social media, because if we're using social media in any way, like I'm on YouTube right now, if we're using it in any way, we are subject to instant judgment. Has anyone seen that that Black Mirror episode where like your social status is completely determined by like your likes and feedback on social media, and like your opportunity for housing and like where you live and what kind of jobs you can have, it's all completely dependent on like all the positive feedback you get from like all your social media. And everyone goes around like just swiping likes and yeses on each other. Anyway, I don't know if you've seen that episode of Black Mirror, let me know. But that's what's coming up for me. Like it's ludicrous, but it's like, you know, it's not far off. And like I see on social media people who turn their comments off on posts. And I get it, you know. You have to have thick skin and be really sure of yourself. if you're putting yourself out there in any way these days, it inevitably involves social media, I feel like now, where anyone who has no idea who you are and people who are full of, low vibes can just say anything to try and tear you down. And it's like, do we let it tear us down? Do we have the strength not, and the self-assurance and the self-knowing and the tools? It takes tools and skills, not to let us tear us down. It takes work, I think. But this feels deeper than that too, like I just feel like that's a complicating factor. But let's clarify a bit here. Clarify the moon, please. Clarify the moon. Oh, I love it when this happens. The moon, clarifying the moon. Yeah, okay. The 5 of Wands, hey. At the bottom, what was I talking about? Competition. Comparing ourselves to others. Here we go. This, I feel like, is a key message here. Something about comparing ourselves to others. Okay, can you please tell me more about this moon card? It can't give me another moon, so yeah, this is it. 8 of Swords, like there we go. Clear as mud, hey? For those of you that know tarot, it's pretty clear as mud. It's our illusions our fears. Unfortunately, it feels deeply rooted here. It feels like deeply rooted fears and illusions, like ones that have been with us for probably quite some time. So when they're so deep rooted, it is hard to untangle, but our minds and beliefs are blocking us. So this is an inside job. There's not anything external blocking us here. There's not. They're the energy for fulfillment and abundance and a full, beautiful life for whatever you're trying to accomplish here it's all there. This message has nothing to do with the external about why this block is present. It's all an inside job. Which isn't surprising, I guess. Sometimes there really are external blocks, like but it's not for us collective here that are present. To clarify faith? Clarify faith. Clarify faith. Please clarify faith. Oh man. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So the 3 of Wands, I was laughing because the 3 of Wands came up first. And I mean, really, and this is one of those depictions of the 3 of Wands where it's like waiting for your ships to come in. Faith that your ships are going to come in. Faith that you've done the planning, you've done the work. And again, a lot of this work is an inside job, but so this feels like belief in ourselves, faith in ourselves, but also faith that good things are coming to us. Good things will come to us. That's actually one I'm personally been working on a long time, so I'm not surprised that's come up here. And the 2 of Swords, and I love this particular 2 of Swords. She's got 2 faces in her hands. Like, who am I? Am I this face here that I put on when I'm home alone? Am I this face here when I put on in these certain situations? Maybe I don't even know. This is maybe a little bit more about figuring. This 2 of Swords feels it's a lot about identity. Again, how we view ourselves, what we believe about ourselves. What else do I want to... Why is Judgment in reverse here? Clarify Judgment in reverse. Why is Judgment in reverse? Holy moly. Yeah, here's this. I knew this was the main block energy. We've got the devil here, of course. And the Ten of Swords. There's 2 Ten of Swords in this deck, and this is the painful Ten of Swords. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing. So this is telling us, like, there's real pain. There's real defeat, I think, actually, in some point in our lives here. Because keep in mind, this is clarifying the Judgment card. But the thing is, it's like it's not present anymore, and I think we're still attached to it. I think we're attached to the pain, the defeat of the past, and maybe that is, maybe it has really changed the way, or changed what we believe about ourselves or about what's possible. It's like we're kind of shackled to the past a bit here still, and it's blocking us. Really, this is about freedom. We've got 2 images now. You can see the similarities between the 8 of Swords and the Devil card here. We're tied up. This is about freeing ourselves from these attachments, to these beliefs, to these experiences that we've had. Like, what's done is done, and the energy that's present is not, it's one of unlimitless potential. That's the reality of what's in front of us. But yeah, I think, especially if any of you have ever, really felt defeated about something before, I feel like that's really affected how what you believe here is possible for yourself. Why is the 3 of Cups here? Why is the 3 of Cups here? We all have to have defeats in our life, but it's really about how we look at them and how they end up shaping us. 3 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, holding back. Yeah, like, and this is maybe a distrust of other people, or just like holding back. Maybe part of the block here is like, yeah, we don't want to have to deal with other people, or we're scared of other people's reactions. We can't, maybe we think we can handle rejection, but actually we're a little bit fragile around it. That's kind of what's coming up. Clarified prosperity lies ahead. Clarified prosperity lies ahead. Queen of Cups. Yeah, 4 of Cups. I'll show you in a second. Clarify this. Prosperity lies ahead. King of Cups. I'm going to take one more actually for this. What is this? Prosperity lies ahead. Ace of Wands. And that peeked out earlier actually. So, here, I'll show you the cards. You won't be able to see them once I lie them all down probably. There's the Queen of Cups. 4 of Cups. King of Cups. Ace of Wands. I love this. This is really confirming everything. Like, I think what's happened here for us is we can't, like, it's not just our attitude here though. This is not just about our attitude. This is deeper rooted than that. This is more about belief. But it's kind of like, because 1 cup spilled, we can't see these other 3 cups, but more than that, we don't believe in them. Or at least we don't believe they're for us. Maybe we see the 3 cups there and we think, well, surely someone else is going to come get them. It's not for us. We can't have them. This kind of thing doesn't happen for us. And with the King and Queen of Cups here, like I said, this is all like an inside job. Like, we can free ourselves from this, from these limiting beliefs and these experiences that may have, kind of done us in a little bit from the past. And we can get really a hold of our emotions and heal those parts of us that feel defeated, that feel like we can't have these good things that other people can have. Or this is when we get into this place of a Queen and King of Cups. This is ultimate emotional regulation, ultimate emotional processing. Like, this is, and then being really, it's such a beautiful, loving energy. It's like, I just feel like, we can be vulnerable in this place. And I think that's what's required, right? When we're trying to grow, when we're trying to get fuller lives, we want more abundance and fulfillment in our lives. It requires vulnerability. Putting yourself out there requires vulnerability. But when we're in this kind of Queen and King of Cups energy, we can do that. Like I was saying before, we can handle the haters in our comments. It's okay for us to be vulnerable. We can handle it. You know what I mean? And it leads to this Ace of Wands energy, like this is when this kind of energy for creation, for growth, for opportunity, for excitement, for real fulfillment, like that's how we get there. So our emotions are a big deal here. Yeah, so, well, there you have it. I'm just going to check one last thing. Oh, yeah, the Lovers is at the bottom. And the Magician, yeah. Yeah. We can have the things that are the right match for us. We really, the Magician, we have, and I love that it's the Magician at the bottom and not the Wheel of Fortune, because the Magician is about the things we can control, right? Like, this is about the power that we have. We have authority and agency here, okay? So that's what's coming through. Like, we have the ability, the authority, the agency, the potential, the energy surrounding us. It's all possible. It's all kind of ripe, it feels like, but we're blocked because we're still attached to some limiting beliefs, some hardships, some defeat, maybe some external voices that, excuse my language, I could go all the way back to childhood. Somebody said something to us when we were 5 years old that we were dumb or we're never going to amount to something. That could still be haunting us, for some of us. And it's like, we need to take authority over ourselves. We know who we are, okay? Not this person who told us this, this hurt, awful person that would say something like that to us. I don't say awful person. Hurt people. So I don't really judge people anymore for anything. But the point is that they don't know you. They don't know anything about you. They don't know your potential. They don't know who you are. This has to do with identity that came up before. Like, we need to really believe in ourselves, know ourselves, and we have to back us. That's the most important thing here. We have to back us. It doesn't really matter who else backs us near as much as it matters that we back ourselves. And then we get into flow. When we get into this kind of energy, we get into flow, we get into alignment, energy opens up, space opens up, and we come into this Ace of Wands energy. Okay, that's what I got. That was helpful for me. I hope it was helpful for anyone else who resonated with this. So take care. See you in the next one.